Now, owing to the fact that I do have a bad habit of forgetting to include vegetables in my diet, I'm making this marinade based on a recipe that was recommended on Highfalutin Low Carb, and it's bourbon chicken. I mean, they had me at bourbon. So as well as the chicken that goes in this, I'll be throwing some broccoli and mushrooms on the side, because that's just my favorite thing to have with my meat these days. Look at that, it's bubbling super nicely. Apparently what I'm supposed to do is wait for most of the fluid to evaporate and then just start kind of tossing it like a regular stir fry. The recipe does say to use like a non-stick skillet. I'm just using a big ass wok because it's what I have to hand. It's all going in there, and then my next plan is actually to, well, you'll see. So what I'm left with is a pan with some sauce streaked all over it that's ready to be served up pretty much. And now I am just heating up a little extra oil back in the pan because my plan is I'm going to scramble this egg in it. Get it scrambled up real good. That'll do, because then I'm going to add mushrooms. Yeah, I'm just doing egg fried mushrooms to put it on top of, rather than fried rice. Because, yep. I was going to put some cognac in this and then just decided, nah, mushrooms will do. So that's what I'm doing. With that, I got my portion of mushrooms. I got this broccoli. There was a big ass leaf in with the broccoli, which, hang on. Let's just grab that thing. Ooh, that's hot. That's freaking tasty. Time to plate up. And there we go. Just like that. Bourbon chicken. So let's give this a try. Ooh. Wow, I can't believe how soft the chicken's gotten. Like, that is... Dude. God, that is like peak dark meat cooking. I'm not normally good at cooking with dark meat, and I normally just prefer breast meat to dark meat anyway, but this may have finally freaking swayed me. Oh yeah, so I'll put a link to both the video I found this on and the recipe he used in the description. But, okay, how did the mushroom egg thingy turn out? I mean, you know, it's not full of anything I've not had before. This is fine. So, yeah, just another low carb meal. Although, I couldn't really imagine this being really any less acceptable on just sort of like a regular calorie counting diet. Just because it's not as high in fat as a lot of other foods on this diet tend to be, because I've used chicken. If I were to make this with chicken breast and then use the same ingredients, like sweeten it instead of sugar to make the sauce, I could very easily see this being a decent low calorie option on just a calorie counting diet as well, if tweaked a little. Well, I'm going to carry on eating this because this is freaking delicious and I want to get it while it's hot. Yo, so I was told for game night tonight I should have like have some carbs saved up, for want of a better word. Now carbs are not something you can save on keto the same way you do with calories, but I did make sure like I had bourbon chicken, as you saw. It was probably about 6, maybe 7 grams of carbs on that plate at most. Because this guy was bringing his birthday cake with him. And so I had some, and that was the plan. And it was good cake. It was really good stuff. And now this is the hungriest I have felt in months. I am pretty much certain I've gone over the normal carb limit in a day for keto. So what I'm doing is just aggressively pounding my stomach with cheese and nuts again, just Baby Bell, and some like meat. Got a packet of, went through like a packet of sandwich meat then during that same evening, and I'm hoping it won't have any adverse effect on me long term. We'll just have to see. So I'm gonna eat some cheese and just try and ride out this weird dizzy spell it's giving me. Like, wow, I've not had that much like sugar in, well, yeah, months, and it's it's doing something to me. So there wasn't much interesting to show over the next couple of days. It was mainly just me reheating more of the leftover bourbon chicken, actually making egg fried cognac rice, which, works better than you'd think. Not great, but not terrible either. And also, again, just throwing some broccoli in the steamer and some mushrooms in with the rice to spruce it up a bit. But then on Thursday, I had the craziest flash of inspiration. Let's have a look. Yo, another one of my ridiculous culinary adventures is this keto-friendly taco. Hell yeah. Let's see how that came about, shall we? Now, one of the very first videos I watched when I first did keto 3 years ago was Joe Duff Diet Chef on how to make keto tortillas. I then never actually tried making it, so I'm going to remedy that. The link to the recipe's in the description, so here's just a quick montage of me actually following the instructions. While I did make most of them round, I then just used the final scraps of what's supposed to make the fifth one some random-ass shape, intending to use some of this P.A. d'Anglois cheese, which was pretty tasty, super low in carbs, like almost non-existent. And then with some fajita seasoning I picked up and some 12% fat minced beef, which I just like 12% better. I prefer the taste of it and everything else. Now, you'll rightly be looking at that label going, yo, look at the carb count on that. And yeah, rightly so. It's high. However, that's like 3 times what's even in the pack altogether. And it does say it's going to make like 8 portions. The amount I made more like, it's going to be more like 10. But either way, yeah, once you actually get down to how many carbs are actually going to be in each serving, it's practically nothing and not nearly as much to worry about as long as you can do math. I was torn as to whether I was going to do fajitas or tacos when I was shopping for the ingredients, and then ended up making them basically shaped like taco shells. I'd go into more detail about the process, but again, links in the description for the actual recipe. This is just some footage of how I did. I also decided to make a bunch of chipotle mayo. If the paste would focus there we go. Also was going to have salsa with these. And so yeah, the chipotle mayo I was able to use these latte spoons, which are real nice for getting in really tiny jars and only making small portions of things. Real helpful. So useful. I actually ended up doing 3 spoonfuls of this, and the mayo I'd actually squirted out in the end. Well, that didn't sound right. Anyway, I also had lettuce, and what I found was that the lettuce gave the actual taco shells a lot more like integrity. Made them hold together better, made them hold the contents better. And so then, yeah, I had a few little jalapenos that I just had in the fridge for ages, just because, pickled jalapenos seem to be like freaking immortal. And that was that. Taco Thursday. Doesn't quite have the same ring to it, does it? And so that's that. Well, it's payday tomorrow, so I'll finally be able to buy more protein powder for coating chicken and fish. I also need to get a haircut. My hair's been touching my ears for a couple of weeks now, and it's driving me crazy. But I'll see you again Sunday. This is just progress.